Let's talk about the Pacers and the Knicks game one action from Madison Square Garden with today's big game breakdown right now. Look at the Wager Talk live odds screen. More 5.5s than 6s for the Knicks. It is a split line right now. If you want to lay 5.5, you can find plenty of 5.5s to lay. If you want to take +6 with Indiana, you can do that as well. Total sitting in the 217.5 range. The Pacers' last 5 meetings against the Knicks. 129, 141, 140, 125, and one time they scored 105. And yes, that was the one that they lost. And again, these two teams played 3 regular season meetings over. They played between Christmas and New Year. The total was 248 and went over. 235.5, 237.5. The 2 meetings after that. So we're legitimately talking a total that's 30 points lower than the first time they met and 20 points lower than what we've seen as a prevailing total between these two teams. So we've seen a pretty big adjustment when it comes to this total. Now, Indiana just faced an elite defensive team in Milwaukee. And yeah, I'm going to call Milwaukee elite defensively when it came to the postseason. The defense in the games that the Bucks won was phenomenal. That being said, the Pacers hung 120 plus on them in all 4 wins. The Knicks Sixers was the slowest paced series of any of the first 8 round series. They still cashed 4 overs to only 2 unders. All right. So the Knicks can cash overs even in slower paced games. And the offensive, Jalen Brunson's been phenomenal. No argument if you want to take Jalen Brunson over 44.5 points and assists tonight. He's been a machine here in the postseason. He's been a machine against Indiana. Scored 40 in one game against them, 39 in another. So 44.5 points and assists for Brunson, certainly something worth noting. And of course, he scored 39, 47, 40, and 41 the last 4 games against Philly. So maybe his usage rate goes down a little bit here, but he's as rested as he's going to be. That being said, Brunson over, yes. Full game over is the bet that I like best for this one. Indiana's proven they can move the ball against the Knicks. The Knicks, even with a slower pace, the offensive efficiency has been there. No surprise that we see fouls. No surprise that we see some late scoring if the game is close. Put it all together. Let's look at the Knicks Pacers over 217.5. And there's your big game breakdown. Take advantage of that 7-Eleven special at wagertalk.com. Buy 7-day all access. Get 4 days free. It's real plain and simple. Don't buy a play, buy a package. Get on board right now at wagertalk.com.